everybody. I know it's been a while since I've actually posted anything, but I promise better things are coming soon. I've been very stressed lately, and I just haven't been able to find time for myself or to work on my new sprites, because I've changed my hair color, obviously. But that just meant I had a little more time to think about this video. AKA, I decided I wanted to make one a few minutes ago, AKA half an hour ago, and just now came up with even a single plot to talk about. And it's gonna be really fun for me because, well, I myself am Scandinavian, Norwegian to be exact, and my topic for the day is the Nordic 5. You guys are probably thinking, wow, Ashley, that's exciting. Wonder what the hell you're gonna be talking about when it comes to the Nordic 5, you simp. No, that's not it. Listen to me for 5 seconds, and I shall explain to you what exactly I mean by today we're going to be talking about the Nordic fucking 5. The exact topic is stating why I think that the Nordic 5 are probably the most complex characters in this series. Oh, but Ash, that's not right. How could you say something like that? Shut up. 2 seconds, shut up. Because I'm telling the truth. They are so complex that I'm going to make a video breaking it down. Still confused over the pirate outfits because they were Vikings and the mortal enemies of Vikings were pirates. One by one, I'll be breaking down each character in the group to show you my reasons. And I'm starting off strong with Norway. Norway is one of those characters that when people write him, they don't exactly do it right. I read a fic once where they just made Norway's entire personality the fact that he easily disassociates and can't figure out how to love anybody, which isn't exactly true for him, because he does have feelings, actually. Paying any sort of attention to the manga will show you that he's an overprotective older brother who only wants the best for the people he cares about. He just doesn't have the best way of showing it. People make him this depressed, ooh, little twink when, holy shit, there is so much more to him. He is so amazing. I think it was during a Christmas strip, I have it printed out, where Norway just randomly sent Amazon links to Iceland, and I can't exactly remember what was in the links. It shows he cares enough about his little brother to show him something before buying it for him, just in case he doesn't like it. And the whole Denmark abuse thing is just, it's very touch and go. He doesn't necessarily abuse Denmark, it's just his way of showing his affection. The tie-pulling scene definitely confused a lot of people and showed Norway in more of a negative light from then on forward, as he hadn't really been shown in the anime before, and not very many people choose to pay attention to the manga. Actually, typically, Norway can be a little bit vain, as shown in the strip where Denmark and Sweden are fighting on the ice. He doesn't really give a shit that Denmark's getting his ass kicked because he has dirt in his nail. If you read the introduction to his character that Hema made, you'll see that the only reason he, does the abuse thing to Denmark is because he thinks that Denmark might surpass him in being the better older brother to Iceland. He doesn't want that spot taken away from him, which is rightfully his. Let's go ahead and read the character introduction. A Nordic country with a mysterious air, he sometimes talks to mysterious things. He's Iceland's big brother. Because Denmark also acts like Iceland's older brother, he pokes Denmark every time he does that. But even when he's not, Norway still pokes him insistently. Cut off. With his feet, or words, anyway, and when Denmark doesn't notice at all and calls him his best friend, it perturbs him a little, but he's used to it. He makes a competent partner. He does care about Denmark, stating that he's a competent partner. But he just doesn't want his role as Iceland's big brother to at all be taken away from him, or any of his spotlight in that role to be taken away. Which is why I said that he is a little tiny bit vain. Let's wrap up our Norway section and move on to the next Nordic, as this is getting a little bit long, okay? Daddy? Oh god, Daddy? Oh shit, sorry. Daddy, no! Okay, everyone knew this guy was coming next. It's Denmark! Yay! Hi, Denmark! Welcome to the party! You thought my section on Norway was a mouthful? Well, get your ass ready for my Denmark section! Woo! You can tell I get very excited talking about Denmark. He's very misunderstood in my opinion. He is not a literal puppy. Not, like, at least 70% of the time he is, but the other 30 he has an actual personality, guys. In a way, Denmark is probably the second most misunderstood Nordic, with Norway in third. You'll see who the first one is when I get to him, because, well, it's very obvious actually, so if you can guess it, good for you. Denmark in the fandom is more or less portrayed as some guy who has no worries. Hakuna Matata! Woo! Parties! No, that's not it. Yes, Denmark has a whole song about parties, but he also has more of a deeper side that we don't see in the anime, but we see it in the manga. I keep expressing my dislike for how people only see the anime version of a character, when in the manga they could be a completely different person in general. In Denmark's case, that's the truth. In reality, Denmark has a lot of complex emotions that he just doesn't have any idea how to show. He's used to being the strong one, the one who he's always happy, you know? But there are definitely moments when that facade breaks, and he just has to take a minute for himself. During the Halloween panel, which actually was an episode and you could see it, Denmark's whole personality breaks in one scene. Belarus throws a clothing hanger, where the hell did she get that, by the way, at the Nordics, and Denmark just completely snaps and grabs it out of the air. What a boss! Of course, after he inquires who threw it and starts cussing them out, then, well, it's back to Pupmark. His character introduction sheet, unlike Norway's or some of the other Nordics, doesn't give a lot of context into his personality. It reads, nowadays he's a calm big bro who is good at business, but in the past he was quite a ruffian. Furthermore, back then, he takes pride in being the leader of the Nordics and thinks of Norway as his best friend. He wants to get a little friendlier with Germany. It hardly gives us any insight onto his personality other that he takes pride in being the leader of the Nordics. I always thought Sweden was, like the leader of the Nordics. But I don't know, man. Sweden did kind of kidnap Finland, but I like to think it's funny that he threw a temper tantrum before leaving Mr. Denmark's house. So, that's funny. I don't want to drag Denmark's section on any further, so let's go ahead and wrap him up so that we can move on to the next Nordic. He's not very misunderstood. You know what, fuck it, they're all really fucking misunderstood and I hate the way that people write them, so let's get the right hell into this. Sweden. I like Sweden. I got some Swedish blood in me. And I would like some Swedish cock. I should not finish that sentence. I'm not monetized, so I'll just get taken down. Here we go. Sweden's the bottom. That's it. Have a nice day. That's all I have to say about him. You know I'm kidding. There's a lot to Sweden, and he's a whole nutcase, okay? I can't eat nuts. I can't. So I can't eat this man because he's a nutcase. Holy shit. We're just gonna start off with his character sheet made by Hema. It reads, the country of the Lion of the North. He looks composed and straight-faced and by the book, but he can be pretty mischievous and he is tolerant in many ways. However, lately his tolerance has been increasingly taken advantage of, so right now he's trying to figure out how much he should tighten his guard. He usually doesn't speak much, however, his talkativeness may multiply by around 1.5 times when he drinks alcohol. We all know what it means when he says that his tolerance has been increasingly taken advantage of. He's either talking about Denmark being his best buddy, or he's talking about the fact that he has a huge fucking boner about Finland. Yeah, you heard me right. I said boner. Seriously, right here it says that he can be mischievous. And he's by the book. But he also gets really talkative when he's fucking drunk, so that's another thing, guys. I'm gonna say it right now. I like Sweden as a character, and I think I've kinned him at least once. I go back to kin sometimes. It's very comforting. Contrary to popular belief, Hanatamaga is Finland's dog, but Sweden, dog, little dog. Now, Sweden, I don't know how much to talk about him. There's a lot about him that I'd like to say, but I just don't know how. His personality in fandom really varies on the type of person writing him. Most people who write about the Nordics write Sweden as a soft man who just loves his children and his wife and his dog. I'm here to prove you wrong. Mr. I'm so scary, I make little kids shit their pants. Actually, he makes Finland shit his pants too, doesn't he? Pretty sure Finland fucking confirmed that once. I, as a Nordic connoisseur, have read plenty of Nordic 5 fan fictions, including Gutters in the Danish Slaughterhouse. God, Danish Slaughterhouse Sweden pisses me off. Like, all he cares about is sex. Fuck sex, I'm a virgin. Headcanon, Sweden's a virgin. Any fucking ways. So, Sweden is very misinterpreted by the fans. If you're a Nordic fan, you should definitely know what you're doing with the Nordics, right? Some people obviously don't. They take this guy who's very straight-faced and quiet, who does definitely have feelings deep down under, as he adopted a literal baby country, and okay, he fucking stole Finland. I wouldn't so much as call that, like, two-sided love relationship. I'd call that a more, you are mine, accept it. I'm not saying I don't like Sufin. I do. It was one of my first ships in the fandom. And later on, in the manga and World Stars, you can see that they're still living together with their dog. I don't know where the fuck Sealand is. Also, remember that time Sweden trapped Sealand in a box and was like, "Child, you're not spending enough time with me, so you're getting trapped in the naughty boy box." That was a really funny part of that episode. I didn't necessarily like that season. All in all, Sweden gives me mixed vibes, personality-wise, and he kind of just strikes me as a person to stand up on top of a table and start unironically doing the Macarena. Let's wrap up this section and move on. This is good chocolate. Oh wait, shit, it's Finland. Oh, sorry about that, Finland. I was having a pre-talking about you snack. 'Cause this is gonna get dirty. Not in that way, you nasty fucks. I'm just gonna start off with it. His fucking character sheet thing. Other than Iceland's, his is the longest. So, it reads, Country of Lakes, famous for the Moomins, speaks in a language that is a bit different from the other 4. He considers himself shy, but he's actually pretty nagging even though he seems cute and sweet. He's a bit strange, but that's what makes him charming. He's so cold-resistant that not only does Russia's general winter not have any effect on him, they even get along pretty well. When he needs things done, he gets them done. He loves nature and sometimes hides in his forests to just daydream, study, or get covered in grass, so sometimes it's hard to tell where he is. So you're telling me he's a little dirty boy. Hehe. Also, I don't know if this was done because of copyright or something, but Moomins is censored. It's censored. Oh my god. It was probably copyright shit, but you know. I'm just gonna point this out right off the bat. It says he's very nagging even though he seems sweet and cute. So, behind that little baby man face, he's really fucking annoying, isn't he? Like, he's just so annoying. You never see Hema draw him like that. He's written in his character sheet that he is annoying. Draw him annoying! I mean, there is that one piece of art of him holding a gun, which I respect. But I need more annoying naggy Finland telling Sweden to go buy milk. I don't know, dude. I'm glad that it said he likes nature, because that definitely put some context behind that one strip where he's hanging out with Iceland, and Iceland freaks out because he can't find Finland, and Finland is just chilling out in a bush. I love that strip. This video has progressively gone from, God, I'm angry about this, to, look at these fuckers. Yeah. I'm very serious about my business, aren't I? Trust me, when we get to the Iceland segment, goddamn. It says that Finland is cold resistant, which means that he's not affected by Russia. General fucking winter. Bro, that killed Napoleon. Not Napoleon, no. No, Finland killed Napoleon. Lungs, please. Not today. I gotta start getting a little more serious about this, sorry. On a more serious note, Finland isn't very well portrayed for who he actually is in fandom, or even in canon. Hema has written that he's pretty much not the guy that he shows he is, except never actually draws him like that in the manga or puts him in the anime like that, which is a little aggravating. And just the way that fandom portrays him as a good wife and dad is horrible. Maybe later on, Finland does give his consent for the whole wife thing or the whole marriage thing, but he never really did say anything that prompted anyone to think that he was the other father. A lot of people are like, oh, like Finland and Ladonia and Sealand are their children. Wow. On the contrary. The box thing with Sweden earlier actually has another scene afterwards where Finland is like, sorry bro, I don't want to get involved with you and your child business, so leave me the hell out of it. Remember that?
You should play with me more instead.
I'd really rather not get involved.
And I believe same goes for the Japanese version. My Funimation isn't exactly working, so I can't check that. When it is, I don't know, I won't make a follow-up because I'm definitely not going to follow up on this. But I'm pretty sure it's the exact same in Japanese, so I have nothing to worry about. Not much else can be said about Finland in my opinion, so I'm going to move on to the last and most important of the Nordic 5. It's ya boy, Skinny Penis. That's right, that's how I'm going to introduce Iceland to this. Now, I know what you're thinking, geez Ash, way to be mature about the character you said you'd have so much to talk about for. Well, I thought I might as well get the funnies out of the way before I get this started so that I don't make a bunch of funnies while I'm doing the serious stuff, right? That makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you now? I hope it does. Because I'm about to get started on a whole menagerie of things I have to say about Iceland that I've wanted to say for so long that nobody has ever listened to me about. Please stay for this. Please listen. Thank you. I know this video is already super long, so I'll make this segment as fast as I can while saying what I need to say. Iceland's introduction page is definitely the longest out of the Nordics, so let's read it. It says, he is a Nordic country of snow and volcanoes. His house seems as if it should be cold and covered in snow year-round, but there are actually a lot of hot springs because of the volcanoes. Similarly, Iceland is normally cool and doesn't talk much, but it's said that he has a hot side too. It embarrasses him, so he doesn't show the hot side though. His house is separate from the rest of Europe, so he's a bit unformed as to the going-ons outside of his house. However, he sometimes looks at things like news and music hit charts on American websites, so he's kinda part of the crowd too. He was happy when America's famous donut shop opened in Iceland, but he didn't show it on his face. He is beloved by the other Nordics like a little brother, but he's old enough to know that he wants them to stop, especially Norway. Let's just get this out of the way. I think it's super cute that Iceland likes donuts. I really like donuts too. I don't understand how people couldn't. I think I've met people who don't, and I was really upset about it. And the part where it says he hides his hot temper is funny because in a, I think, World Stars manga panel or strip, he is shown to be having a full-on temper tantrum as a child, and I'm too lazy to go find it. In fandom, Iceland is portrayed as an angsty teen who doesn't like his older brother, and he's annoyed all the time, and he doesn't like any of his friends, and it gets repetitive and annoying. Honestly, I'm gonna have to say this, and I really don't want to say this, but the most accurate version of Iceland I have ever seen portrayed in a fanfic was the Danish slaughterhouse. That is the most disgusting, horrible thing I've ever had to say about Iceland. But it's true, and it makes me rightfully upset. I myself kin Iceland, so seeing that disgusting fic as the only one I've seen that rightfully portrays him is hard. Actually, there's another one, but it's very, down low and not a lot of people have read it, which is very unfortunate. So here's my promo for the Nordic 5 on tour on Wattpad. Go read it. It's good. I'm not gonna link it. Find it yourself. It's a sequel to a different fic too, so if you want to read that, I recommend that. Good for you. When people write Iceland, most of the time his dialogue is, "Mom, get out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft!" Which, okay. He's shown to be angsty, and he has no friends at school. All the time. Usually when I write him, at least give him, 3 friends. Just to make him feel special. In canon, there is so much more to his personality that the fans either don't see or don't care about, and I never see it written. Iceland is a very caring person. He just doesn't want to show his emotions. He was raised in a bad place, and he always just saw things for their worst moment. And as I said before, in a strip he's shown to be having a full-blown meltdown, and a few seconds later he's fine. There is, in fact, a strip where someone's like, "Hey, little guy, do you need some help?" And he's just like, "No, I'm gonna go take care of myself." He never has been one for people taking care of him, which shows his resentment towards Norway a little bit. Don't get me wrong, there is plenty of reasons why he has resentment towards Norway. I mean, one of these reasons could be the fact that Norway abandoned him. That's right, he did. Now, one thing I didn't mention was that Norway was forced to leave Denmark, which, well, that shows that he's also felt what Iceland has when he was abandoned. The people on his island didn't really show much to him, and he was alone with some pompous puffin that, well, the puffin's kind of a douche. I'm just gonna have to say that right here, right now. Fuck you, puffin. But I love puffins. They're beautiful birds. I'd love to see one someday. They're actually on my coast where I lived, but I've never seen one because I never leave my house. Anyways, Iceland has a lot of friends and allies, and it shows. He can really show compassion for people. I've seen it in the manga. He can, he just doesn't want to. He definitely showed compassion and, fear when he couldn't find Finland. Obviously, Finland was just in a bush, but he was genuinely freaked out that he had lost his friend that he was out there with, that he would be alone again. And that really hits hard, because he will never be alone. He has so many people by his side, but he just can't seem to realize that they're there for him. He's way too wrapped up in this bubble of remembering all of the people who have abandoned him. They've come back, maybe, but that still doesn't help heal the wound that's been left on him. He just really wants someone who will stay with him. And, well, I guess he does care about his Puffin. His Puffin definitely never leaves his side, but he's very annoying. Overall, this video is getting way too long, and Iceland is probably my favorite Nordic. I relate to him so much on so many levels, and I hope you can see what I see in him that isn't just what the fandom sees. Because Iceland is an amazing character with an amazing personality, and I'm sure if you looked a little deeper, you'd really see it too. Thank you to everyone who took the time to click on and watch this video all the way through. I know it was really long and really repetitive, but talking about these guys makes my day so much better. And I hope that it does for you too. I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the best at coming up with ways to express my emotions, but something in me really hopes that you resonate with what I've said and that you appreciate it. Because I put a lot of effort into this, and I promise better content will come soon. And what I really want you guys to see, you'll see. I promise, okay? So for now, everybody, this has been Ashley. Ha det!